got the information that I've been wanting to know and needing to know about my true identity and my true family. Now, they say I'm supposed to be a Lewis, but that's all false. My real family is the Jollifes from Detroit, Michigan. And my family gave me away to the Lewis family, who were a bunch of dark witches and warlocks. And my family also were dark witches and warlocks. And when I was born into the family, I was born with a lot of the gifts, magic and all that stuff. And my family was jealous of that, but they accepted me. But this where things get a little funny. Once my grandmother, whose name was Miss Annydale, found out that I had a big, big, big inheritance coming my way, she got jealous. She thought if anything, it should be her for all the good deeds she done in the neighborhood and stuff. She used to give money to people who needed help with their rent and food and all that good stuff. And she thought, if anything, God should have blessed her with the inheritance that was supposed to go to me. So after finding out about that, she started attacking me. She was trying to take me out. But my mother, whose name is Sean Jolliffe, she loved me and she would protect me. And she was stronger than my grandmother. And, that would stop a lot of altercation when she would try to attack me. But my grandmother, she was a powerful witch. And so what she did was she seen that my mother was stronger than just about anybody around. She took over her body with dark magic. And basically, like, her soul went into hers. It's real talk. For those who know. And they basically had a body exchange. My mother went inside my grandmother's sick, dying body, and my grandmother went into my mother's strong, body. And then down the line, I guess after they had another fight, my grandmother told her, like, well, the money go on to him, to me. My mother didn't like that either. So what happened was, I got to throw this part in here. Bear with me. Going back to the Lewises, because we stayed in front of them. I forgot the name of the street. Was it Miller or something like that in Detroit, Michigan? But the Lewises stayed right behind us. And the one who's supposed to be my sister, Lavinia Jackson, she used to be good friends with my mother, and they both had a relationship. And Lavinia, she was strong, real strong. No thing, she a woman, no, she was strong. Magic, physical strength. She was beating guys, everything. So what happened was my mother, because she knew how strong Lou was, because was another thing, how we used to test our powers, we used to fight in the field right next door to us. And we would use our magic and fight to the death and all that type of stuff. And so, of course, my mother knew about Lou, so she did the body exchange with Lou. Her soul went into Lou's body. That's how that happened. Let me make sure. Hold on, just give me a second. It's either Lou's body went into my grandmother's body. It's something like that. All I know is they did the body exchange. Lou was real strong, so they wanted her body. And my mother was real strong, who was Sean. And my grandmother took her body. Okay, so you got to just put it together somehow. But anyway, so my family, the Jolliffes, they gave me away to the Lewises. and it paid them to make sure that I have a bad experience. Like they wanted me so jacked up. That's why I was molested at a young age by the drug dealers, uh, women, other family members. Like they just passing me around. Just passed me around. I beat, stab, you name it. Every type a type of torture you could think of, I've been through it. I know it don't look like it, but it's true. And another thing too, like besides all my gifts and everything, the thing that I don't age as fast as everybody else. On my ID and stuff, it says I'm 41. I'm way older than 41. And that was another thing they was jealous about. I was like at a child's body for a long time, and they was getting older and sicker, and they ain't like that. So they want to just everything about me. They want to take it. And like I said, my family, we was like the wealthiest family in Detroit at the time. But with my inheritance, it was gonna top all that, and they didn't want to see that. They said he too young for that, and why him? Why he getting all this stuff? So they all ganged up on me, and they basically stole my stuff. Even got to one point in time, because my family was tied with the industry and all that type of stuff, uh, drug dealers and all that. I mean, there's some big heavy stuff they had going on. And once upon a time, somehow in the timeline, I got free and I was able to go into the entertainment business. And I was doing everything: rapping, singing, acting, everything. Tell me why a lot of these so-called actors and rappers and singers, they stole from me. A lot of them, everybody know they worship the devil and all that. They witches and warlocks too, and aliens. Don't forget those aliens. I ain't just gotta come from out of they come from out of the sky, but they, you know, make look just like you and me. And they stole from me. They stole my gifts. Each one of them, one by one. A lot of these big time names, you know, they all stole from me. They put me in a situation where I'm in now, for I could look like a nobody. I'm just a regular, average person with nothing going on, but that's a whole lie. This what they planned though. You know, it's to the point like I should have never had to work a job. Never. I was set for life. Had me when I've been working and losing jobs, put out of houses, put out of staying with people. You know, the regular everyday stuff that people go through. Things that I shouldn't have to do at all. But just to show you how tough jealousy is. And then a lot of these so-called relatives on the Lewis side, nieces and nephews, they are not there anymore. They've been doing the swapping thing too with their grandparents and mothers and them. So who I think my nephew is not my nephew. That's really his daddy. Like I say, everybody around here in this town is basically just about witches and warlocks, shapeshifters. You know, that's what this town is about. Sort of the world. But I had to get on here to let y'all know that oh yeah, I also had a brother and a sister. A brother named Damon and a sister named Jasmine. And I don't know who bodies they done jumped into or whatnot. I wasn't around for that, but and an uncle, Tony. Yeah, and like I said, a lot of doing all this body exchanging and shape shifting and stuff. These peoples are frauds. They're criminals. They're thieves, liars, manipulators, and it's been crazy. For all I know, For all I can remember, I just been going through hell for no reason. Didn't deserve it at all. I'm not perfect. I did some mistakes, but I mean, look what I was brought up around. A lot of, you know, I know y'all don't want the word, but Xing people out, sex trafficking, molestation, man, every crime you could think of, I've been involved with this Lewis family, and everybody think it's sweet. It's just a regular family. No, it ain't no regular family. This family is evil, and I was always pointing, oh, it's my evil mother, Shook. She's not my mother. By right, I think she's like my aunt, and I've been saying that she's my aunt somehow the relationship go. And I had another aunt named Linda, and she's supposed to be passed on or whatever. She did the body exchange with her daughter Henrietta, and she was very strong and powerful. And that's what they do. They'll find a child, and you think, okay, she always got that grandchild, or he got that grandchild. He must really love him. That's their favorite. The whole time they set them up for energy exchange. They want to see that child's power and see how strong they is and get to learn them, let them learn them a little bit. Then boom, the exchange. You can actually see it too when they do it. They get to a certain time when once they learned enough what they need to know about the person, and they exchange bodies. So a lot of kids that look like kids, they're not kids. They're grown folks in a child's body. They just waiting, to develop and get things cracking, basically. So, yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to say. I summed that up pretty quick. But yeah, yeah, come from both sides of the family jacked up. Lewis's and the Jollies. I ain't claiming they ain't one of them. Like I say, everything get better for me. I'm changing my name, everything. I don't want to be a part of now one of them. Because the rest of the family on the Jolly family, I mean, on my real side of the family, they knew about this. And they didn't care. Because they was all jealous. And they all felt like, oh, it should be for us, and or it should be me, or I'd rather such and such have it than him. But that's what they did. True story. So the FBI, the good half, 'cause I know it's bad, it's a bad half, because they put me through it too. Uh, this is the truth. And a lot of, just about everything I got, they took properties. I remember one time when I was, of course I was staying with Suge, living with her, supposed to be my mother. I got my first time getting some properties. Like I was like, I don't know, 6 or 7 or something. Anyway, it was, I was told that, got to see the papers and everything. You got this much land and all that. And I'm okay. I was still little, but they let me know this is for me. Tell me why. She was so jealous that it was like a random person or a drug dealer or somebody. And she's like, hey, you want some property? Yeah, how much? What you got? I ain't got nothing right now. Give me a little later. I can hook up, a little something. What you talking? She said, what you got right now? Dude said like $20 or $25. Tell me why she sold it to him. Gave him the paper, let him write his name on it and everything. And he got a property worth thousands of dollars for like $20. And the only reason she did that, just to break and hurt me, because I told her I wanted to keep it. She's like, nah, you ain't keeping it. Everything that was coming to me, like I had the Gerber deal, I said on one video. She didn't want me to have nothing. She told them to put all that money into like a trust fund or something, like so when I die, and whoever the beneficiary is, they get it, stuff like that. Then got to the point told the dude from Gerber that she didn't want me working with him. Cause I helped invent like one of a couple of their foods when they first came out, and like I say, they didn't want me at nothing. They used all my gifts, stole all my money, inheritance. I had a lot of inheritance. I never received a penny. Then going back to Lou, I thought she was the innocent one. She was the worst one because the real Lou is not here, no longer with us. But this Lou, she would give me the most out of the family. But the whole time she was breadcrumbing me my own money. $20 here, might get 30. I think the last time she gave me something, it was like $100. $100 out of millions of dollars. This is what we talking about, millions. Then they got the whole town and everybody, police, people in higher powers, and a couple of them family members or police officers that work on the force here and was working in the force in Detroit. They thought I forgot about it. Even one cousin that was a lawyer. Even though I said, yeah, Suge's sister, Miss Chapman, was a lawyer. Well, no, was she a lawyer? I know she worked in a courthouse. I think she was something like that, a lawyer or something. But anyway, with the judges and everybody, and then they finding out the little kid, this all gonna be his, and it's so much money, they like, it's enough for everybody to get some. And that's what they did. That's what they did. They got into all the courthouses and all that. Everybody, they got my money. They got me out here busted and disgusted while they living a good life, eating shrimps and lobster, steaks. I'm gonna be eating bread and fruit. Real talk. They taking trips and everything. They try to keep me stuck in here in this town so I can't explore and go out, see the world. Like I suppose that was my mission for what God wanted me to do. That's why, I was given so much money to help people and everything. They don't want to see that. They want to live the I can't even talk. I can't even say it. Luxurious life. That's the best I can say it right now. And also my intelligence. I was so smart at the time that I didn't need schooling. If anything, come to think about one time I was like I was in the third grade or something like that, or fourth or whatever, and they they put me in middle school classes for a couple of days. They like, man, he can do that. So down the line, they jumped me into some high school classes. I was doing pretty good, but they said I can, use a little bit more work, and they just got to the point to say, just let him go ahead and work his way through. Like I said, they want to keep me behind anyway. They wanted me to be up. Then also too, I had came to figure out what was that, a few days ago. I also went to college here in Jonesboro. Yeah, I used to be a college student, but after all, spell work they be doing, trying to make me forget, which they did. I ain't gonna say they did to a certain extent. And yeah, I went to college. I worked there, but I also was a student too. And yeah, it's just been jacked up. It's been jacked up. They just try to take my whole destiny and everything, just twist it around. I live more other places than Detroit and here where I'm at. I ain't even gonna get into all that because it's a long story. It's a long, long, long story. But I just want to put that out that the whole Lewis family, they all jacked up. They all criminals. Even from the great grandmother, Miss Luvinia. She hated me. I used to fight her all the time when I was a kid with our magic. She hated me. Even Suge mother, Miss Carrie, she hated me. I used to have to fight her. I used to whoop all of them as a kid, believe it or not. And but they're down the line, you know, they try to be nice and, you know, 'cause they doing this spell work, make me forget. And also, my appearance, I said in a video, I don't know if it was just on TikTok or I put on YouTube, but I was real white, like pale. But my grandmother and mother and them, they witchcraft and powers are so good that they transformed my identity to look like what I am today. Basically, I said I was so pale and white. I looked like the what's that movie Powder? You know how pale he was? That's how pale I was. And they just, you know, had to switch my whole identity and everything. So I'm gonna put that out there right now. And now holla, I got plenty more, plenty more. Those celebrities, everybody, I know 'em, I know 'em. I know who they is. But I'm out. Let me see. You gotta stop it.